Teachers are being slashed by metal rulers, they're being spat at, they're being hit by kids. Also, they're being refused to get paid over summer holidays. These are just some of the wild things that the education system, based on children, parents, and now toxic CD leadership team or head teachers, people like that, are refusing to give teachers the respect, support that they deserve. Probably just some of the reasons why I actually left teaching 11 years ago. Hi, my name is Dale, International Competence Coach for Kids, but I am an ex-teacher. I was a teacher for 12 years, teaching science and PE, and now I am a confidence coach for children all around the world. And I've been doing it for the past 11 years, and it's so much fun. For the past 4 years, I've been showing some amazing teachers how to do the same about what I do. We help them with their curriculum, with their social media, with their marketing plan, with the mindset techniques, which help children overcome anxiety within 20 minutes. It's so much fun, but also give them an accreditation. But today, I just want to be real right now. Last week, we had a little look at me in Dubai, which was a lot of fun, by the way. But today, I just want to share with you my TikTok. I did a TikTok video and I got so many amazing, or actually I say amazing, horrendous comments back from these amazing people. It's so unfair what they had to go through. And we are just going to discuss some of them today. So let's get going. Let's start from the top, shall we? As we can see, the mindset coaches here. I have handed my notice in after being targeted for the last 2 years. Targeted for 2 years. SLT tried to find anything to have a go at you about, ignoring most members of staff when we walk past them. That's crazy. So that's neglect. That's bullying. It's a form of bullying. Neglect is obviously ignoring people as they walk past in the corridors. Nick plays violin. Says, sadly, they are so good at what they do. They pull the wool over their eyes of SLT and are protected. I know. So this is another thing as well. If you're a teacher watching this, then how often do you get SLT which say some horrendous, horrible things and they're protected? It's easier to, listen to this. Nick plays violin. It's easier to leave than it is to fight your corner, which is so sad. You get pulled into the office for a mediation chat, which basically means let's protect our higher people than you. It makes you so cynical about education. Yeah, when the management behave the way they do, prevent kids bullying. Yeah, exactly. Some teachers never grow up. They're in school and they go to university, technically school. They learn stuff. Depends how no matter how obsolete it is, and they then go back to school as a teacher, and they've never grown up. This is one reason or one cause, I think, as to why people are the way they are, bullying and things like that. Many workplaces are toxic, unfortunately, and the world of education isn't much. Of course, this person talking about the NHS, which is great, but I'm not part of the NHS, so ignore that. I am a teacher, or was a teacher. I was a school janitor. And we got a new head teacher. I was bullied out by him for his ADHD traits. He had to move. I made a formal complaint and they covered it up. Yeah, of course they do. So this is just some of the things. It's absolutely crazy. The way I look at it, if you can do it against a fully grown adult, what's to stop them from doing it against children? Exactly. So these people that are bullying adults in school are obviously bullying teenagers, students, kids, pupils, whatever. I was bullied out of a job and went to a decent school recently. Since then, it's emerged the bullies haven't stopped and several people's left in the past year due to the SLT bullying. How do these people get into this position of power? It blows my mind completely. It's down to confidence, and when your confidence has been obliterated, good word, you don't have the confidence to stand up and say anything. Correct, absolutely. And that lack of confidence will transfer onto your own children as well, which is a huge shame. And you might find that your children will be bullied in school as well if you don't do something about it. I went on a teacher training course. Teachers start talking about how the book bags smell of curry, and were laughing how ethnic parents cannot read. Oh my gosh! Until lunchtime, I wrote in my Indian. Oh wow. Then they asked me, I'm an interpretation teacher. I said no, I'm a qualified teacher with a master's. The samosa came out, and guess which teachers were eating them? Yeah. Again, this is crazy, but racism in education system is a big thing as well. Horrendous. I worked in a Peru in inner London. One manager hated me. At his worst, he broke me. I lost my mum. 8 weeks later, my dad, and was told 8 weeks later he had to leave. I phoned my head and he allowed 6 months off. So that's okay, I guess. On return, my dad was still alive, but in hospice. I called HR about my absence. He forgot to tell her about the hospice. Olivia got 20 days to take when my dad needed me. Oh, he went mad. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so he had to take 20 days to be with his dad because his dad was in a hospice. And the head teacher, I'm presuming my manager, went absolutely mad. This was a tip. After 27 years, I took my redundancy. I was not silly and took my money. Yeah, absolutely. I worked in a school where SLT, the head in particular, was so awful that a teacher told me she was too scared to ask for time off for a doctor's appointment. She died of cancer a year later. That is, oh my gosh, that's horrible. This is beyond tragic, but this is where we're at right now. When I was SLA, so a teacher now, the head of English bullied the trainee teacher every lesson until she had to leave. I was asked to give a statement. Once I did, I was pulled from the lesson by the head of department. Yeah, so she obviously gave an honest statement and was obviously told to leave. Space Monkey, that's a cool name. Yes, being bullied, reported it to my head of department. The bully went above me to the head and said I was the bully. 6-month internal investigation, no evidence of me bullying. Horrendous. HR said nothing they could do. Person still works there. Horrendous. There's so many of these comments. How many comments have we got? We've got over, I can't go through all of these, but 198 comments. This, in my first year as a teacher, I was observed 7 times in 1 week, 3 times in 1 day. Didn't make this person a better teacher? God, of course not. Give her a breakdown. This is absolutely crazy. And Tara says bullying is the new norm, not just for teacher, but it's for the children who are feeling it. A vicious cycle. Absolutely. Teacher feels bullied, doesn't give the best in class. The children react to their behavior. Absolutely. In the long run, it's the children who suffer because the bullies bullying the teachers. Correct. So it's just a complete toxic, nasty, cancerous environment when you get an insecure, pathetic, weak-minded, small individual that wants to bully people below them, hierarchically. Bullies are below everybody. They're below everybody because they're insecure and they feel as if they bully this person, it'll bring them down so they could appear up, but they haven't moved. They just stay there. They just stay there. The idea is with Europe here, not to react to it. Take as much evidence as possible. Oh, I'm training at university. My second placement was so toxic. I had the head shout at me because I was 1 minute early bringing the children in the lunch hall. She was horrible to everybody and would shout at staff in front of the children. The whole school's a toxic place and I nearly left university because of it. This is absolutely crazy. Yes, I watched a teacher bully my daughter because she had ASAD. The teacher didn't like me. I complained, she left the job. This bully is now a deputy head. It's absolutely crazy. Listen to this one. One head teacher wrote a letter to me threatening not to pay me over the summer and not write a reference. She resigned because my year 7 form was 1 minute late to assembly. He demanded an apology or else. Oh my gosh. I was also body shamed in the staff room by a woman, told I was fat and poked at my size 12. Poked at her. A 6'2" man shouted in my and others' faces regularly. Private school and the toxic culture. This is embarrassing. This is absolutely embarrassing. Look at this. Yep, toxic workplace. Everyone was gaslit into overworking, ringing students up every day to get them in. 3 hours, averaging 3 hours sleep a night. This person, Sarah Jane, got bullied out of a job. Absolutely. Look, this is endless. Absolutely endless. Oh my word. Students are feral parents don't engage with teachers. It's just a nasty. But okay, caveat to all this, there are some great schools. Just saying. But looking at this, it's such a common denominator. I experienced racism in school when Brexit happened. A teacher asked me, when am I going back? As I teach Spanish, I explained to her I was born in England. And then it's beautiful. And then so many other people here are supporting this lady. That's right. Yeah, it is racist. That's absolutely racist. Oh, look at this. Look, I'm just gonna do a random scroll. Here's one. I've seen some utterly disgraceful behaviour towards support staff in the years. I've worked in schools since retiring early. Lack of managing people. Yeah, absolutely. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Schools can be toxic, particularly when a school changes over to an academic status. Yeah, absolutely. An academy. They purposely bully out the old staff that they don't want, particularly by the older, more expensive ones. Yeah, okay. And favoritism is rife. I was bullied and gaslit by a colleague. She was an outstanding teacher, but incredibly insecure. She told me I should play the game. I refused. As a result of her playing the game resulted in this person didn't finish it off, but it couldn't have been very nice, could it? So here, it's really important to understand that not every school is like this. Not every single person in school is an insecure, small-minded, small person, horrendous relationships, martyr, squash people to get above, clearly going through marital problems or whatever, or never been in a successful relationship. Otherwise, they wouldn't be behaving in this way. There are some schools out there which are incredible. There are some amazing teachers out there which are incredible as well. It's just unfortunate that this is happening. Now, what do we do about it? Good question. You need to document absolutely everything, absolutely everything. So that's the practical thing you can do. Document everything with a get a diary, get your times on there. She said this, I said this, said this. I'm not sure if you can record things. I mean, you could pretend to be making a video or something and then hear some of the nastiest of there, so that counts as evidence, but then that could go against GTRP or something like that. I'm not sure. But what else can you do? It's all down to you and your psychologist. Show that you are bully proof. Don't go in there with your shoulders down, your head down, looking all like, because you're just going to turn yourself into target. Genuinely, it's just like school. It's just like school. Like when you were a kid, not obviously talking about school now, shoulders back, head up, eye contact. Never ever look away from somebody who's trying to bully you. Stare them out for as long as possible and wait for them to move, and just give it like a nice little like do this. They'll be like, what are you confrontation with? Just be like, smile. And that will obviously say, well, I was just smiling at the individual. And then always make sure they look away first. Always. That shows dominance. That shows alpha if you're male or female behavior, and the likelihood of them picking on you, bullying them will reduce. However, there are some people that got it's like a dog with a bone. They'll just continue, which sucks. But unfortunately, these people obviously haven't been raised properly. So make sure you document everything. Make sure you change your body language and your eye contact to make sure that you do not get bullied as well. Also, seek help early. That's the third and final one. Seek help early. Go to your union. And if your union's not very helpful, because there are some union reps which are dog awful, go to a different one. Seek a different one. Say, I feel like I'm being picked on. This is my documentation. This is what's been said to me. I'm refusing to do extra work and they're picking on me because of this. And at the end of the day, I mean, you got into teaching to serve the kids. You didn't get into teaching to be bullied. You didn't get into teaching to be rich either, but you didn't get into teaching to be poor. And when I say poor, I don't mean poor financially. Well, I do a little bit. I mean poor as in life poor, as in going to work feeling fed up every day. It's a poor way of living, in my humble opinion. So if you're a teacher and you are going through this, make sure you document, make sure you stand up for yourself, and make sure you get help, okay? Number one, document. Number two, stand up for yourself. Assertive behavior. You can research assertive behavior. Number three, help. Seek people. When it concerns help, professional help and private help, partner, friends, what have you. Professional help, somebody that you trust in the school, and obviously a union rep as well. But if you are going through this, I'm really sorry. It sucks. You don't deserve it. You shouldn't be going through this. If it's happened in time after time, in school after school, I would genuinely consider a different career path. Unfortunately, I know it shouldn't be the way, but I mean, that's just the way the education system in the UK now is turning, which is horrible. Absolutely asinine. But in the meantime, oh gosh, I'm going to sound patronizing now, but keep your head held high. Really stick up for yourself. Do the best you can with everything you've got available. Please don't work over your hourly contract, 34.5 hours a week. If you're working 50, stop. Just stop, especially if you've got a family. There's more to life than working in a classroom. There is. I've lived it. I was a teacher. I've left. Past 11 years life coaching kids around the world. I've just come back from Dubai, as you've seen. I just come back from Colombia last year. Next month, I'm going to go on a Virgin cruise. It's so much fun, and I'm going to coach when I'm there as well, virtually. So yeah. Anyway, have a really cool rest of your day. Remember, you're the backbone of our society. Don't be bullied into things you don't want to do, and live life on your own terms. Cool. Have a cool day. Oh, and by the way, if you like this, then just subscribe. See you later.